Shalom everybody, welcome again to the Israel Brief with me, Rolene Marks, where I join my incredible community of Israel briefers every Monday to Thursday, and we take a look at those top stories making the headlines in Israel. And if you can't be bothered with the legacy media and the way that they portray Israel, come and visit us every Monday to Thursday, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get that community growing. Let's get that algorithm out. Let's help dispel the myths and the lies perpetrated by the mainstream media against the state of Israel. And as always, a lay of the land is brought to you, or the Israel Brief is brought to you in conjunction with these guys, Lay of the Land. You see, when you work in a partnership, they're interchangeable. Now, before we get into the headlines, I want to thank all of you who sent me incredible birthday wishes yesterday. Yes, it was my birthday. No joke. Certainly no April Fool. From Australia to Zimbabwe and everywhere in between, I received wonderful messages from all of you. And I just want to say thank you and to give you a great big kiss. Mwah! It is day 544. We still have 59 hostages that remain captive in the Gaza Strip. Every second counts. And I know that our Israel Brief community is making sure that the plight of our hostages is right in the consciousness of the people of the countries that you belong to. Sadly, most of the media have forgotten about the hostages and the horrific conditions that they are enduring. But right here, we don't forget them, and we're going to make sure that the world doesn't forget them either. So let's start with our top story, and Israel has announced expansion of our military campaign in the Gaza Strip, most notably in the southern city of Rafah, or as we call it here, Rafah. Rafah is believed to be the last Hamas stronghold where there are still a key brigade with commanders, as well as those smuggling tunnels. Now, if you are familiar with a map of Gaza, you'll know that Rafah is very close to Egypt, and Hamas have been able to smuggle weapons, etc., via those tunnels in Rafah. So we are trying to get rid of them. Now, the hostages' families have reacted with shock and horror. They are very concerned that the military campaign in Gaza could impact on their loved ones still held captive. They had released a statement earlier today saying, have they been sacrificed? Meaning, have their loved ones been sacrificed? And Defense Minister Israel Katz taking to X, not releasing it through the Ministry of Defense's official channels, said that in order to secure the release of the hostages, Israel is applying additional military force. We just want our people back. Please, we need them all back. We need them back now. Now, while we are on the subject of Hamas, and you guys know that the global media and so many around the world just absolutely eat up whatever Hamas puts out there, including and actually especially casualty figures. Now, in a report in the Telegraph yesterday, new research has shown that Hamas has very quietly dropped several thousands of casualties from their list, about 3,500 casualties they've dropped off that list, including about 1,800 children. Now, what is interesting is that in December last year, the Henry Jackson Society, which is an eminent think tank, released a research document conducted by a good friend of mine, Major Andrew Fox. You can actually read the document on our Lay of the Land website. Andrew kindly allowed us to republish it. It's all up there if you are interested in looking at the figures yourself, where they spoke about how Hamas inflates the numbers using their own data. A lot of the names that they found were input doubly Many of the people had died of natural causes or due to accidents, had nothing to do with the Gaza war. And as Fox says, the reason that they do inflate these numbers is in order to portray Israel as deliberately targeting civilians. But here on the Israel Brief, if you're part of our Israel Briefer community, you know that foreign-informed is forearmed. Earlier today, the IDF presented findings into the investigation into what happened at the Nova Festival site to the families of those that were killed. Now, the Nova Festival site was the worst hit on October the 7th. Over 360 people who only went to dance, to celebrate life, to celebrate peace, were brutally slaughtered. Many of them running for their lives, some of them in the roadside shelters, and many of them sexually abused in horrific scenes. And if anyone is doubting that, I have seen the footage for myself in scenes that I think will haunt me for the rest of my life. Now, we don't know the exact details. My guess is that the findings will be presented to families and survivors before they are made public. But what we do know is that the IDF have said that they were wrong and they did not fully understand the extent of what happened. And we are of the understanding that families left the hearing very angry. Next week, those findings will be presented to Nova survivors. And finally, while we're on the subject of a survivor, the most incredible woman, Amit Susiána. Amit was taken hostage from her home in Kfar Aza on the 7th of October. She was held captive by Hamas for over 50 days. She was awarded last night by the American First Lady, Melania Trump. She was one of the International Women of Courage honorees. Now, Amit is absolutely extraordinary because while we're on the subject of crimes of sexual violence, Amit was the first to go on the record and speak about how Hamas violated her in captivity. She gave her testimony on the brilliant documentary Screams Before Silence. That is available on YouTube. I really encourage everybody to watch it. As difficult and as painful as it is, bear witness to what Amit and so many other women endured on that horrific day. And Amit is still with us to speak, as she says, on behalf of the victims. We actually saw that famous footage of her being kidnapped by several men and her fighting with every fiber of her being, despite being unwell on the day. She really, really is extraordinary. And Amit, you make me proud to call my name Israeli woman. So those are our top stories. Let's take a look at that audience question. It comes from Lance in Johannesburg, who says, is Israel supplying aid to Myanmar or only Thailand? So we do have it confirmed by Israel's Ministry of Foreign Affairs today that Israel is supplying Myanmar, that was affected by that horrific earthquake measuring 7.7 on the Richter scale last week. The Foreign Ministry team of Mashav, that is the department as part of the Foreign Ministry that does incredible work, humanitarian work, but also teaches many communities around the world Israeli technology and agriculture and so forth. They have shared how they are distributing aid to the people in Myanmar who need it the most. So those are our headlines, and don't forget to join me tomorrow for your Mensch and your Moron of the Week. So guys, get me your nominations post-haste. In the meantime, please don't forget to check out our website at www.layoftheland.online. Our Facebook page is at Lottle's site. Our YouTube channel is right here at the Israel Brief. And if you like us, please hit that red subscribe button. Guys, it's free. Let's grow our community. That rhymes. We are on LinkedIn at Raylene Marks, on Instagram at Raylene_Marks, on X at Lay of the Land 5. So guys, God bless you all. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again for the Thursday edition of the Israel Brief. Bye for now.